We are back at it, episode 43, the Best of Roberts podcast. I'm Jordan J. Will, got my boy D Bev. We prepping, right before the derby. But let's talk about, some things right now if we can. How you feeling, bro?
So, I'm just glad that we get the games back, to be honest with you, bro. I'm just so glad we get the games back. But before we get started, Jay, you know, all this week my phone's been blowing up, comments on Instagram. Like, what do we, I'm hearing, Tati. I haven't heard that name in like 5 years. I'm like, yo, what is going on?
Yeah.
I go to the comments, I see Best of Rivals commenting on a post talking about Francesco Totti. Totti, one of the best strikers, one of the best forwards of all time,
Yeah.
not having winning mentality. Wait, Jay, I'm just going to give you an out, okay? I'm just
Okay.
going to give you an out with this.
All right.
If Totti doesn't have winning mentality
Yeah.
because he stayed at Roma for
Yeah.
all those years,
Yeah.
what is Dirk Nowitzki?
I mean, he's loyal, right? They're both loyal, and this is something that I was told a lot, this weekend. Not this weekend, but just like the past couple of days. Loyalty, being and I guess in football it's a little different too because loyalty is big. It's a lot about being uh having a relationship with one club for your whole career, right? But it's about winning. That's why we play games. It's about the W at the end of the day, right? So Dirk has one ring. Totti has one ring with Roma, right? He spent all those seasons.
Trophy, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trophy title. He has one title with Roma. He spent all those years there, and cheers to him. Loyalty. It's amazing. But I want people that win rings, that win titles. So sorry if I like Ronaldo. You can say he hops clubs, but he's winning. At United, he won. At Madrid, he won. At Juventus, he won. You feel me? Multiple titles. Henri, another one. At Arsenal, he has two titles. Spent time there, but then he also went to Barcelona too. You know, he's traveled. So I value winning. I do. I think loyalty is so overrated in sports. These owners aren't loyal to you. They don't care at the end of the day.
That's a fair point.
It's very interesting to me, hearing people's opinions and takes on what's important to them when it comes to football. To me, it's about winning. At the end of the day, I get loyalty, but that's not the end goal. It's to win. And the quote itself for everyone that's listening and watching, Tati basically said like one trophy at Roma to him was more valuable than going to another club and winning like 10. And I came in, I strictly said, what type of mentality is that? I'm taking 10 over 1 any day. I don't care what you're trying to argue. 10 is better than 1.
Yeah, 100%. Now, there's a lot of layers to this, right? And this is interesting conversation, and I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but think about what he just said. To him, one at Roma is worth more than, we'll say, 10 at Juventus or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That can't be debated because that's how he feels about that club, right? That's just the reality. That's how he feels. So like how can we possibly like, no, you're wrong. He's right about his situation. Think about all the players, Jay, that all the athletes around the world around sports.
Yeah.
How many of them are about the money? How many of them are about winning? How many of them are here today and gone tomorrow?
Yeah.
The reality is people are that get to that professional level, they go different ways, bro. Not everyone can be a Kobe Bryant, a Michael Jordan, um, these serial winners, a Ronaldo. They can't be these serial winners. I will say the difference between the Dirk Nowitzki argument that I brought up was NBA owners can trade players versus in the Prem, it's up to the player to determine where he goes and where he plays. So from that aspect, I can understand, if you're taught to, why are you not? Why you have the opportunity to leave? You
Yeah.
have the opportunity to choose your destination.
Yeah.
Um, so from that aspect, I understand. It's
I'm
it's tough.
I'm hearing a lot of moral victory. That's what I'm getting from you. That's what I'm getting from people on Instagram. It's moral victories. At the end of
I,
the day,
I
no, listen to me. Listen to me. At the end of the day, We're looking in the history books. We're talking to our grandkids. They're talking to their grandkids. We look at it. What do the numbers say? To me,
No,
listen to
that's
me.
okay.
No, listen.
Okay,
So,
okay.
so,
I'll give you the floor.
so we're gonna see KDB probably leading all time in assists. We're gonna see Ronaldo with the most Champions League trophies, 4-4. Messi probably with the most Ballon d'Or. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're gonna see. This is factual things. It's not moral victories. It's not saying, oh, that guy won one title at that club. That's worth 20. Because that, to me, that is the same argument when people said LeBron James winning a title in Cleveland was worth 3 titles in the NBA. No, it does
Which is
not mean
stupid.
that.
That's
It's
stupid.
goofy. Stop it.
Yeah,
Just stop it.
I agree with that, Jay. But think about what you're saying. You're basically saying, hey, skip everything that I've watched or seen with my own eyes watching these players. Let's just go to Google and see who's better.
No,
Does
no,
that
no,
really make
no,
sense?
no, 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 no. Listen. That there's two things that come into play. Obviously, the game, watching it itself, but then there's numbers. There can't
Yeah.
be. I'm watching the game and then he his, he won one time, and I know he won five, but that one like no, it's simple. You watched the game, but you also saw that guy won, and he won five
Okay.
times more than that guy that won one.
Okay. So this is the weird thing about team sports, right? So when it comes to tennis, for example, and I love the how easy it is to sort of look at Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, and be like, okay, you can make an argument that this guy's the best, this guy's the best, this guy's the best, based on numbers, based on how good they are on each court, all that stuff. When it comes to a team sport, there's so many more dynamics, especially 11 players on the pitch. There's so many more dynamics. So it's very, very difficult for me to be like, okay, this guy has two, this
Yeah,
guy's one, therefore the guy that has two is better than the guy that has one. I know you're not necessarily saying that because there are certain levels and tiers,
right.
but what are we really comparing here? Is Totti not one of the best Italian
Oh,
forwards of all time?
easily.
So
But
it's like, so what are we comparing him to Ronaldo? No one's compared him to Ronaldo. So it's like it's tough to be like, okay, so who are we actually comparing him to? Now, if we wanted to say he could have had a better career if he went elsewhere and went to a winning team, well, then let's make sure we
let's
don't criticize.
okay,
Well, hold on. Let's make
yeah.
sure we don't criticize young players for going to the best teams like Man City and Real Madrid when they can go to other teams and be the man. Let's make sure we don't criticize them. Guys like Mbappe for like staying at a powerhouse like PSG when he could maybe go and find a new journey. Let's just make sure that
I
we're
I got one for you.
consistent.
I
Yeah,
got one for you. Is Benzema better than Totti?
I've seen Benzema more. That's actually a really close one, to be honest with you. That's a
See,
close
see,
one.
see, see.
That's definitely not like a
So
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I don't mean to cut you off. I think it is very close in terms of just like watching them play styles. I do agree with that. But then you know what puts him over? And
Yeah,
this is my argument. This is my argument. What puts him
his
over?
situation puts him over, and
No,
that's what we're talking about.
it's
Yeah, yes, his
right.
situation puts him
Yeah,
over
he's winning.
because
He's winning more.
absolutely his situation.
It makes
So
it's that easy for me. And when
okay,
people argue
okay,
with Totti, yeah, yeah,
real quick, because I remember I was thinking about this.
yeah.
Cool. Guess who just won a Premier League title last season?
Did he?
Jack Grealish.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah.
So, at what point are we saying Jack Grealish is now on the level of Totti? Does he have to play better? What does he have to do? Because once he gets to a place where he's maybe scored 6 goals in a season, now he can be on Totti level
What,
because
what,
they
no,
both have
no,
a
no.
Premier League title.
That's bogus. And we're gonna move
But
past it. Right? Listen, because watching him play, anyone knows that Tati's better than Grealish. So right
okay,
there
good.
alone,
Okay, good.
he has him checked off, right?
Okay, good. Okay, good. And this is what we're trying to get to.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get to the place where we're like, okay, there's levels first, what
Right.
we see first,
Right.
and then we have the conversation about whose situation was better, who who maybe we'll say performed on the biggest stages.
Yeah.
Is that where? Okay, cool.
We,
Because I do agree that titles matter and winning matters, and the final game to put you over the edge, that all matters.
yeah.
But there are other things in football. It's really situational. It's really situational at times.
I like that. And I, I guess I'll agree. I agree with that. That's a really nice way.
I agree with
Yeah, it's a
I
really
agree
nice way
with
to spin it.
you. Yeah, I agree with you for sure. I mean, it's tough though to be like Totti not a win. He clearly has a winning mentality. He's just not.
Yeah, it's
It's not. It's not. Hey, let me go and because here and here's the final thing to wrap this up. Right. If you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, I know this is a football podcast, but you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, absolutely crucified for going to the best team,
hmm
but he won rings.
hmm
So where are we? I have no problem criticizing an athlete
yeah,
based on how they're playing, but to criticize the situation that they're in and the money that they're making, it's just a little bit like it's kind of like okay, that's so secondary to me,
yeah.
basically.
No facts, and we'll keep it moving. Um, this weekend we have major games coming up.
Yeah,
But there's one in particular though. It's going down in London. Two teams that are playing pretty well right now. Uh, Arsenal, Tottenham. My question to you: who is the underdog going into the game on Saturday? Is it Tottenham or is it Arsenal?
that's a tough one because I mean you have to say Tottenham. If you think of, and the reason I'm saying that is because Tottenham, if you remember when they played Chelsea, they kind of played like the underdog in that game. And obviously they got a draw out of it. But like Tottenham just to me doesn't seem like a team that's going to, stomp on any team really, especially a team in the Big Six. So in honestly, if you look at the Big Six teams, they're probably the underdog in every game, including against Manchester United, because that's just the way they play. So yeah, I'd probably go Arsenal. I'd probably say Arsenal are the favorites for sure,
Yeah,
especially with how they started the season.
yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
No, I agree with you. I think Tottenham's the underdog simply because Arsenal has so much pressure on them. They have all the pressure. Everyone wants to see how they're going to do against a team that's well stacked. You know, with offensive threat just as good as theirs. This is the question. They struggled against us. Um, they had a hard time, a really hard time. Just I guess responding in a way that that was convincing. So
Yeah,
I think Tottenham is going in with the understanding that people aren't counting them out, but they're not the top dog.
yeah. There's a couple of things here. I mean, one, Arsenal at home, so it's like they're obviously going to have
That Emirates,
more
yeah,
expectations there. Um, but you also have to think about it, bro. The longer this game goes, where it's close, like the closer this game is later on in the game, the more chance Tottenham has to win. If you think about like 70th minute,
yeah.
you know, I see Tottenham. If it's close, I see Tottenham probably taking that. To be honest with you,
It's going to be high scoring, right? You got goals going out, or is it going to?
I don't know. That's dude. It all depends. I think Tottenham might just park the bus and just wait for a counter. That's kind of how I see it going. That's how Tottenham plays. It's boring, but it's kind of effective.
But I think Arteta finds a way to break through with that. Because to me, and this is my I don't know what you call it. This is my pick. This is my guy who I think is the best player on the pitch right now going into the game. Jesus, man. Um, I think he's he's the best player in that game between the both clubs right now. I'm taking him
No,
over.
no,
I'm taking
no
over
chance.
over Son. Even though he's getting back to his form, I'm taking him over him. I'm taking him over Harry Kane, uh, Odegaard. Like who you want? He
I
he
think he's got to prove that. I think he's got to prove it, bro.
he's been
I
proving
don't
it
think
all
he's proved
season.
it.
He's been proving it all season.
No,
All season.
not enough to say that he's better than he's not
You
to say he's the best player on the
you're
pitch.
you're
There's
mad.
no
You're
way.
mad. He left City.
I'm happy he left City. He gave us 45 mil that we then spent on. You don't
You
want to even
you
talk
you you
about it.
wish you wish you had him more than you had Jack Grealish. Cut the crap. I don't want to hear the BS. You would
Yeah,
take Jesus
that's. I
any
mean,
day of the minute.
yeah, but like you act like that's a controversial take. Of course, I think anyone would.
All
Have you
right,
seen the guy play? He's just styling his hair
but no. All right,
constantly.
counter me then. Who's better than Jesus in the game this weekend?
I wouldn't. I'm not even going to talk about better really quick. I'm going to talk about most important.
Here you
And
go.
I'm not trying to get around it, but like Thomas Partey is more important to that team. And the reason I know you just made that
Go
face
ahead. Go
for
ahead.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know
Go
why.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The reason is because they're not very deep at the central midfield position. He is the guy. When he's not in the team, they do not move the ball the same way.
So
It's just a fact.
I don't, you're telling me like I get it. I get it. He's a pivotal piece, right? But if you're talking about the midfield, you have Odegaard right there, bro.
No, but you have to know who's getting the ball off the back four. Who's running the show? Odegaard's the guy who's going to make the final pass in the final third. Sure, and Odegaard's played fantastic. He's probably been Arsenal's best player this season so far. But again, that team does not look like Arsenal without Thomas
I
Partey.
no,
That's all I'm
I
saying.
know I get exactly what you're saying. It's the same thing people have been telling me with Casemiro. It's the piece that he's going to be for us, and I get it. He's the bridge. He's the gap. He's the one that gets everything in order. But Odegaard, I'm telling you, bro, the
I agree.
the,
He's
the,
been
the,
better.
the way they've been playing just offensively and attacking wise, it's a different level of Arsenal. And I think
The
he's
que- Yeah, no, I agree. But the question is out on him. Is he going to step up in the big games? That's the question with Odegaard. Is he really going to do
uh,
what he's done
I,
against the smaller teams?
I think the potential is there for him, bro. To me, he reminds me a lot of KDB. He really does. If Arsenal is, you know, built to be a great team, a great club in the future, I think he's going to be the reason why. And it can be like, not saying he's going to have a KDB type of run, but say they get a Premier League title, or two top two finishes in like the next 2 years, some shit like that, bro. He's going to be leading assists or right there with KDB. I can see it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And he's
So
got a few goals this season too. So yeah,
yeah,
that's a fair point.
yeah. So if you want to flip the question, who's most important? I go Odegaard. Best for me,
Yeah,
Jesus. I don't think Arsenal. I mean, Tottenham has a player right now that has a say. Son was that person, but I just don't believe in him as much as I believe in them right now.
to be honest, you kind of are talking facts. At the end of the day, if you were to bet money, though, I mean, you kind of bet money Harry Kane's going to score a goal. You know what I mean?
You
It's
got
just
you
like
got to
one of
go.
those.
You got to go by Kane.
You have to. You just kind of have to. It's smart money.
Okay, all right. That's that's funny you mentioned Harry. Um, I want to get your thoughts on a combined starting 11 uh,
Yeah.
between the two. Who are we picking? We can start at the back, of course. Goalie.
Let's much like the Manchester one. We're going to agree on. I think we're going to agree on this one. Let's do 4-4-3-3 again. Um,
Okay.
Starting goal, either Ramsdale or Lloris. To
Ooh,
be honest,
let's go.
Lloris has had a better season so far.
Ooh, all right, all right, all right,
He's
all
had
right, all right.
and Ramsdale. I'm going Lloris. Lloris is the captain of Tottenham as well. So
I disagree, and that's crazy because no, it's not crazy. Everyone know that Lloris isn't who he used to be, and even when he was who he used to be, he was also kind of
he's had an up and down career for
exactly
sure.
right. He's been fraudulent at times, very very shaky. So I'm going Ramsdale with this one, bro. I think he's done enough for Arsenal this year to
I
show
don't
me
think he's played.
to
I
show
don't think
me.
he's played well this year, bro. I
And,
think he's played well last year, but not this year.
but what has Hugo done that's been amazing?
I mean, they haven't let in that many goals. I don't
Is that
believe.
because of him or is it Eric Dyer?
Yeah, okay. You know what? Fine. Listen, I have no problem going Ramsdale. I'll give you that one for sure.
Okay, all right, let's get it.
I was just thinking like Lloris is captain, whatever.
Okay, okay.
Um, right back. I mean, it can't be Emerson Royale. He's one of the worst players I've ever seen. You know what? Ben White's been playing there.
you
He's a
gotta
center
go.
back, but
You
he's
gotta
been
go
playing
Ben
right
White.
back. Oh, you gotta go Ben White. Um, oh, the back too. I mean, first off, Saliba's in there, no question,
Check.
no
Yes, sir.
question. The question is Gabrielle in there? Is Dyer in there? Is Romero in there? These are some decent center backs.
No,
I think
it comes
if
down
we're if
between
we're to
Gabriel and Dyer.
yeah, I'm not a fan of Romero to be honest with you. I don't think he
Okay.
does much of anything. I think he's very very overhyped. If we were to do a poll, I think most people would say Dyer this season. I'm kind of seeing it, but not really. But Gabrielle's a very clumsy defender. I'm not really convinced of him either.
If you go off this season, you have to go Dyer. He
Yeah,
surprised me. He shocked me. I didn't think that he could reach this level again. Because with him, his career has been very just, and right now it's kind of a little shock, a little peak.
yeah,
With props to him. But yeah, if we're going right now, I'll definitely go Eric Dyer.
I'm fine with that. And then left back, we're either going Zinchenko or Tierney. We can't go Perisic. We can't go Sessegnon. They're just not at the same level. I probably go Zinchenko. If I was picking the team, I'd go Zinchenko.
He's been
Yeah.
also a great pickup for Arsenal with the
Yeah,
transfer. Just fits them perfectly. He was good at City, but he wasn't good enough to be competing on a daily basis with the greats.
yeah.
Right now,
I
he's kind
mean,
of just performing really well.
exactly. You kind of see hit the level he's at. Okay, this is where it gets a little dicey. Midfield three, we can either go two holding, one attacking, or one holding, two attacking. Let's see how this plays out. But um, Partey, Hoiberg, Xhaka, you could maybe go with Basuma as well, but he doesn't start. Bentancur. There's a lot of midfielders here. I mean, obviously Odegaard would probably play more advanced position.
Yeah,
Let's just put Odegaard in. He's already in. He's one of the best players on the pitch, as we've said.
let's go to holding then. We go Partey and Saka.
Partey and who? Xhaka?
Yeah,
No. I mean, to be honest, he's had a great season.
yeah, he's been
Dude, is
decent.
it just the Arsenal midfield? No way.
All right, who from Spurs are you picking then?
On it last season, it'd be Basuma because he's been brilliant, but he doesn't play.
Bro, it's exactly. So if
You
you're going
can't
off,
pick him.
I mean,
Hoiberg's had a decent season. Bentancur's had a decent season. These are. I'll be honest. This midfield battle is going to be very,
didn't
very interesting on
Hoiberg
Saturday
just got
morning.
nominated? I'm pretty sure for Player of the Month as well.
I mean, Rashford won it, so let's not take any consideration there. That's a joke. Oh my
I just
god.
had to say it. I had to say it.
Player of the month. Yeah,
But no,
okay.
this is a good one right here. What are we doing? Because I will go Zaka and Partey.
The Arsenal midfield. I'm going with that.
Okay.
100%. 100%. They play. Yeah, it's been a good midfield. That's kind of crazy, though, right?
Yeah, that is
Um,
wild.
okay, wide right, Saka. Wide left, Son over Martinelli, probably. Even though
Woo! So
Martinelli's had a better season.
this is debate right here. This is the debate. When I thought about this one right here, uh,
Okay.
I was like, I know you're gonna say Son. I was like, D's gonna say Son, but Martinelli this season, bro, has been balling.
Yes.
He's had some games where he's looking like the best player on the pitch.
Yes.
Part of that big trio that's contributing offensively to Arsenal winning games.
You're talking a lot of sense, Jay. However, watching him play, I'm not trying to be critical because he's had a good season so far, but he's a very he runs a lot and it's great. His decision making is not very good. It's not, and it looks like it kind of hinders the team at times. Having said that, Son hasn't had a great season until the last game, so it's very, very difficult to choose. Martinelli's had a better season. Son, in my opinion, is a completely a whole nother level to Martinelli, at least so far in their career. For that reason, I have to go Son. But I think Martinelli has had a better season.
Okay, okay.
That's tough to leave out Son, bro. The guy scored the most goals last season. Like, are we really going to put? He's at what is he at 5 bad
Yeah.
games? Come on.
You know what? I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna go Son too. While I think Martinelli has been performing the last 4 or 5 games probably better than Son.
Yeah,
I
100%.
know, and I think you know, and I think the world knows when he's on his top form, Son's clearly better. Just the levels are
Yeah,
different, right? And then he just scored a hat trick. So that tells me that he's about to touch back into what he's
imagine.
capable of, you know? So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Son.
yeah. And then up front, I mean, listen, you're saying Jesus over Kane.
This is the one. Yeah. You made the pick with your National League team with England. You had who was it?
Tony.
Tony.
But I had Tony for a specific
Right,
reason.
right.
I still obviously Kane's better, but
Yeah. But you took Tony, right? I'm taking Jesus, bro. I'm taking him over Kane. I think Kane's on the bench. Uh, and no, not to take away from him, because I feel like we're about to be attacked. We're uh downplaying Harry Kane. We're not really, considering him. But I just think the dude doesn't really offer much, especially right now in his career. What is he gonna
I mean
do?
he does have the second most goals in the league, right? Like so far,
But
he's got 6 goals so far,
the
bro.
ga- the
I mean,
gap. I mean, the gap's crazy though. He has 6, and then I think there's like 2 people behind
we're
him,
not.
like 4 or 5. What does Haaland
Come on, no. Listen, I'll say I love
have?
Holland. We're not going to compare how great Holland's season is to Harry Kane. Listen,
That's what I'm saying though. Like those 6 goals that Kane has, it doesn't mean much to me, bro.
Oh my! Yes. All right. What about the 2 goals that Sancho has? I bet those mean everything to you. Come on, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop
No,
it.
I'm messing with you, bro.
See, you're going Jesus. I mean,
Just think about it. Who's impacted their team more?
6 goals. That's a lot, bro.
I mean, I'm not sure exactly what Jesus has, but I bet you
It's,
his
it's like it's like 4 or something like that.
yeah, and that chance to create it is probably even higher as well.
Bro, trust me, I want to pick Jesus over Kane. I'm not the biggest Kane fan.
Yeah.
I mean, Harry Kane's just like he's clearly better than him. He just is.
Okay.
The question is like, will by the end of this season, will I think that? And that's the question. I think Jesus has a real big opportunity. You know what? I personally would like Jesus on my team more than Harry Kane.
Yeah.
The main reason is his pressing. He
Yeah.
runs for 95 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
So for that reason, we'll go Jesus. I'm
Who?
fine with that. We'll go Jesus.
Okay. So let's
Bro, I'm not some like Harry Kane stan.
yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, Harry Kane,
Yeah.
he's good,"
Yeah.
but
All right. So let's go through it again. We got
all right,
Ramsdale, right?
Ramsdale, um, Ben White at right back, Saliba, Dyer, Zinchenko,
Mm-hmm.
the whole Arsenal midfield of Partey, Xhaka, and
Odegaard.
Odegaard. Right wing Saka, left wing Son, up front, in the middle, the main man, Gabriel, the Manchester City reject, Gabriel Jesus. Dude, we're gonna get slaughtered. You know what's so funny? When we talk about this stuff, bro, like when I'm thinking about it, it's not controversial. When we're having this conversation, it's not controversial.
Right.
However, when we share it with the world, it now becomes the most controversial
Oh,
thing ever.
it's
Harry,
break.
how could you not pick Harry Kane? Oh my god!
It's breaking
Come on,
news,
bro.
bro. But like this is the greatness about having difference of opinions, ways of thinking. Uh,
Yeah,
I love it. And to finish it up, we also have another derby
the
taking
big
place,
game,
the big
the
game.
bit, the real big game of the weekend.
Yeah, the reason why we have this podcast, we always say, um,
Yeah,
it's going down, and we're getting ready for it. Uh, I don't know how you feeling, but me personally, while I was hyped before, and I guaranteed, if we beat you, we're gonna be competing for a title. Right now, bro, I'm not feeling too well.
yeah.
Just saw some news. Rashford and Martial probably won't be playing. Didn't wasn't in training with the club. So who do we all rely on for scoring, bro? I'm asking you. I'm coming to
Yeah.
you for advice.
No. Whoa. Your man, the guy that you literally dream about every night, Cristiano Ronaldo. Why would he not be the man, Jay?
Did
Are
you
you,
not wait?
Jay, just
Wait,
admit
wait.
it. Just admit it. He's done. Just admit it, because there's no way you're asking me that question unless you think he's done.
Did you see his performance with Portugal against Spain?
Jay, I barely watched England versus Germany. Don't think I'm watching those games.
I actually watched some of that. Harry Maguire was terrible again. And
That's
then,
a
and, and
that's a whole
and
nother
and
comment.
he's another one as well. I forgot to mention him.
He's injured.
He's injured, so he won't be
Oh,
playing.
oh no. Oh, what a big blow. Oh man. Oh, luckily you guys got Martinez to bring in. Okay.
But no, it's funny. Ronaldo. This will be epic if he did it. This would, but I don't feel it. I'm not about to say this one. Like this is not a he can. Nah, this is not that story. I love my
Yeah.
boy, but I just don't see it coming from him, especially against a team like City right now. They're on a different
Yep.
level for him to like just tap into that zone would be crazy. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't think it's him.
It does depend on who starts at center back for us, though,
Yeah,
because if we're playing Diaz and Akanji or Diaz and Ake, I'm comfortable. If we're playing Stones, I think there's a chance for Ronaldo to do something there. I really do. Um, However, Stones got injured in the international break, so maybe I think it's going to be Diaz and Akanji. And if that's the case, I'll be honest, bro. Ronaldo's not doing anything. He's just not. He's not faster than them. He's not stronger than them. He won't do much. I'll tell you who will though, and he's been doing it so far this season
yeah.
in both competitions, and that's Sancho. You have to rely on Sancho to score goals. You have to look at Dallo as a potential goal scorer. He just scored 2 for Portugal. He's getting forward really well. And You spend 100 million euros on this guy. Let's see what Anthony can do. He's playing against uh, a left back who doesn't prioritize defending, a little bit lazy. Anthony has a good opportunity here to put Cancelo in a complete mix. So I mean, you have goal scorers for sure.
So yeah, what I'm hearing from you is it's going to be a collective. It's going to be a group effort, not just
Yeah,
one person taking over.
yeah. There's not going to be some wonder moment. It's going to be another good team goal on a counter if you guys score. 100%. It's not going to be like you guys break us down, or it's not going to be like a crazy moment from like Ronaldo doing something he didn't hasn't done for 5 years. It'll be a good team goal. We make a mistake. We don't run back hard enough, and you guys counter us. The question is, how many times can you do that in one game? Now, at the same time, we're talking about the wrong end of the pitch, Jay. Why are you looking about scoring goals? You have one of the best defensive lineups in the league so far.
Yeah.
No question. How are we going to score? The real question is going to be out on Lisandro Martinez right
You
now.
stop it. You
No,
are
no, no.
you are
Listen.
reaching right now,
No,
bro. That
no,
is
no, no,
the
Jay.
furthest thing you guys
Jay.
worried about.
No, Jay. Listen. The question is, Lisandro Martinez. They talked about his height. They said he wasn't that good the first couple of games. He's now going up against an absolute monster. I cannot wait to see the matchup of Haaland versus your back two. I cannot wait to see that. It's going to be phenomenal.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Martinez and Haaland played when in the Champions League. I think he lost 2 times to Martinez. We can
Really?
fact check that. Yeah, we can go
Yeah,
look at it. But
maybe.
I'm pretty sure that is the result. Um,
I think he was injured that game.
but no. You say that you're trying to look for a hole in our defense, and everyone's raving about it. Me, I've been very I guess just chill when it comes to our defense because while it's been great, I want to see it for a long time. I want to see more than just 6 games, uh,
Yeah.
4 games, 5 games. I need to see uh, a handful's work before I give my final judgment on it. Because at any point this could break, and this may be the game. If Haaland comes out here and scores a hat trick, what's going to be the narrative then?
You guys are nothing without Harry Maguire. That's got to be the narrative,
But
right?
no. So yeah, so like let's stop this. Um, and I'm saying this as a United fan, and I've seen the rough times with Chris Smalling, Phil Jones, as our defenders. Let's cut it. While Varane and Martinez are doing a great job, this is going to be a very tough task going up against Haaland and KDB and Phil Foden coming at you. While
Yeah.
Cancelo's whipping it in, crossing the ball
Yeah.
like crazy, and then Bernardo Silva making an appearance. Mahrez might come in too. He's like, what are we talking about here? So let's
Yeah.
calm down. Let's slow our roll. Let's make sure we have a decent midfield first. That's what I'm
I was
worried
gonna.
about.
I was gonna say, Jay. I'll be honest with you. I'll be 100% honest with you. I think if Casemiro starts, I think we run away with the game. I really do. I do not think Casemiro hasn't shown me anything
Mm,
to say that he is ready to start in a game like this. We're going to be running at the guy for 90 minutes. As obviously McTominay's not a very good player, but that's a guy who's going to run for 90 minutes.
this, this,
He's clueless.
hey, this might be a game that you really think about giving Scotty some minutes, bro. You made a great
Bro,
point. He's gonna run, and this is what Pep's about to do. Pep's about to run.
yeah, bro. I'll be. I mean, here's what I think. I think we're going to end up winning the game 2-1.
Mm,
I think we're going to get 2 good goals.
yeah,
I think you guys are going to get 1 goal that maybe we made a mistake on.
yeah.
I think we're going to be in control of the game most of the time. I just think you're going to see a couple moments of brilliance from Haaland. Maybe. I mean, I think Dallow's going to probably be handling Jack Grealish okay, but if it's Foden, maybe a different story. Yeah, I think we're going to do 2-1. I have to respect your back line. I have to.
Okay. Prior to hearing the news about Martial and Rashford, I would have definitely said we were winning the game. Nothing crazy, but I would have had us winning. I think would have
Wow.
been that decent. Now,
I love the confidence.
yeah, being real. But now hearing that,
Now that you guys got Ronaldo, man, it sucks.
isn't that crazy? The change of events. Um, But no, I think the best we can hope for is a draw. So I'm going 1-1. I think we both get a goal in, and then it's pretty chill after that. Hopefully, we go to 10 hat ball for real, straight.
Hmm.
Park the bus, hold it
You're
a little
gonna
bit.
well. This is Ten Hag of the Premier League, not Ten Hag of Ajax. But yeah, I completely understand.
Yeah,
I think you guys are good. Yeah, you guys have to rely on that back four. Can't wait for it, bro. I'm gonna be watching literally like 5 games on the weekend because it's just such a good mix of games.
I
So
mean, our next episode would be the watch along, correct?
oh yeah, we are. Yes, Jay. Thanks for reminding. We are so Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Chicago time. You will be in studio doing a little watch along, recording some of our reactions to hopefully some good Haaland goals. Um,
No,
yeah, and
stop.
you we're probably gonna do is put out some clips on probably Instagram, YouTube, of our reactions and whatnot. So, and then we'll probably do podcast after. But yeah, that's all going down Sunday. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. So, with that, you can find us, talk to us a little bit more about our Arsenal Tottenham XI on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at The Best of Rivals. And you can follow this podcast, subscribe, and continue listening to this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. So, with that, for myself, for Jay, episode 43.
Ooh.
Sorry, 43. Man, again, they just keep rolling, Jay. They just keep rolling. I love it. But I love it though. Episode 43. We are out.